Howl's Moving Castle for the first time. I have seen the movie many times. I know though that the Ghibli movie is not really anything like the book, so I'm excited to get into it. I started reading it a while ago and I read like 24 pages. Then I set down the book and I didn't pick it up for a while, and then I picked it up again and read like 14 pages and have not finished. So I'm going to do a dedicated vlog and maybe make some fun Howl's Moving Castle inspired treats and maybe rewatch the movie as well. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I got to page 100 in Howl's Moving Castle. It's only subtly different from the movie so far. I mean, there's a couple bigger things, like everything with the sisters, but that's something that I would expect to differ from a book to movie adaptation. But other than that, it's been Calcifer is a different color. Like, he's blue, purple, and green in the book instead of looking like a normal fire, which is very fun. And then Michael also, I believe, is kind of older and looks different too. And then Howl likes spiders and doesn't want Sophie to kill the spiders, which is funny. And then also Howl is more almost standoffish than he feels in the movie, at least so far. Granted, I'm curious whether or not they're going to do the same thing where it's like the time being a little wishy-washy in the movie, or even if they're gonna make Sophie be what Howl's been looking for this whole time, because it feels like that's a possibility, but then that also feels too similar to the movie with everybody saying how different it is. The other thing that's throwing me off is if, like right now, Sophie's been cleaning everything, which is one of my favorite scenes in the movie, but she is getting carried away, and then Howl like forbids her from going into his room and from going into the outdoor backyard. And Sophie's like, oh, is that where he stores all the girls' hearts? But I don't think they're going to make him bad, because that feels like that's too big of a jump. So then I'm not sure if they're going to keep the thing with he's looking for the girls for Sophie or not. And then also another interesting switch is that the people of the towns that Howl's Castle opens to know about Sophie and are calling her, they've decided she's a witch. So that's interesting. I don't know if that'll come into play anywhere else. But yeah, overall so far it's very similar to the movie, and I also do really like the prose so far. That is all my thoughts. Yep. 100 pages in. There are, how many pages are in this? There are 429 pages. say, I read more. I've gotten to page 168. Things are getting different now. So, first of all, I didn't mention this in the last clip, but I wanted to, and I just forgot. Why does Howl play the guitar? Like, it's just such a silly little thing that's different, that I was not expecting. Mostly because it seemed kind of out of place for the world for him to have a guitar. I just find it so silly, but that doesn't really matter. It's not that important. It's just a funny detail. Let's see. Yes. You know how earlier I said the thing with the sisters was expected for them to change, and you know that's not really gonna go anywhere? It's going somewhere. And I'm concerned. I don't know. Where are we going with this? Are we still doing the whole thing in the movie with the Calcifer being that, and how being connected to that, and then Sophie and the time, and then that's why? But then that doesn't make as much sense with how the book's going. So I'm thoroughly intrigued on what is going to happen. I will say, I love Michael way more in the book than in the movie. He's so much more more present and more there, and he's just kind of this like little sweet dude. Oh, another thing that's different. What's up with the scarecrow, Mr. Turniphead? He's like chasing after them, and they're all like terrified of him. Which I'm like, are you still? Is he still gonna be good, or what are we doing? What are we doing here? But that's all. They just got back from the visit to Mrs. Fairfax. So I just started chapter 9, which is chapter 9, in which Michael has trouble with the spell. Oh, the boot scene where Sophie just keeps whizzing around the world. That was kind of cute. That was adorable. Do I have any actual thoughts? It's just a little whimsical, cute story. I don't know. I'm not like head over heels for it, but it's been cute. It's been fun. Yeah. I wasn't gonna film tonight. But what do you mean Howl has a family in the real world? What do you mean? Alright, I can't quite remember the last time I updated y'all. I've gotten to page 272, so I'm now over halfway, and I have some tabs for some stuff that I think I wanted to mention. Alright, I think I already mentioned that the sister thing actually came to be important. Other than that, backstory on Michael. I love that Michael is like a legit character in this, that he's more than just like a little cute side character, because that's what he is kind of in the Ghibli movie. He's just another part, but they don't really explain him or go into him at all, but they do in the book. He actually has more depth, and that's really nice, because we got to find out that everything to do with him. And then the other thing, Howl from Wales? Why is he associated with the real world? I think I already freaked out about this once. Why? What? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Is this... The thing is with Howl being in part from the real world is, how is that going to change the ending? Is that going to change the ending? Like, if they keep the same thing as in the movie where he and Sophie kind of end up together, is he going back to his family? Or is he just gonna keep doing the whole, like, does his curse relate to that now? Or not? And what does that, like, how, like, what? Yeah, I want to see where that, if that goes anywhere, and if so, where it goes. It threw me off, because for a second I was like, glass windows? What do you mean? And then I was like, wait, is that a TV? And I was like, and then they basically flat out said that they were playing a video game, and I was like, what do you mean the real world exists in this world? And then, oh, the fact that the Witch of the Waste is more almost villainous in this, because I feel like in the movie she's more sympathizable. Like, she starts out as kind of this big bad, but then she quickly deflates from really carrying any weight. Literally, as she deflates. But All Might, Small Might. But it's interesting here because she actually, at least still thus far, is being presented as a villain whom they're all afraid of actively. But in the movie, I feel like it very quickly became she wasn't really a threat. But in this, she's actually killed someone off screen that we know she was the immediate cause of death. And they're all scared of her catching up to his curse and whatever that entails. So I don't know what I'm thinking about that, but I am thinking. And then, let's see, was there anything else? I was saying earlier to my roommate and to a friend from work, it's so funny with Howl because he's so endearing, but with his character traits, with anyone else, I think I would be greatly annoyed. He is so self-centered. It's just overall a peacock that it's like, I shouldn't like you, but I do. I don't know. I suppose that's just part of the charm of the book. We'll see. I'll keep reading. I am halfway there. I'll finish soon, hopefully in the next couple days. Okay, so I finished Howl's Moving Castle. Woo! That took way longer than I expected. Where did I last leave off? Oh, is that it? That's as far as, okay. Well, listen, the ending was so different. First of all, where do I even? Okay, let's talk about the Scarecrow. What? The Scarecrow, the dog being that person that isn't that person completely, but is that person in partly? Crazy. Then Sophie being able to do all this stuff now just by talking to all the things is really cool. Oh, Mrs. Agbalia, her, being the fire demon for the Witch of the Waste. The Witch of the Waste dying? What is that? I didn't expect that. Oh, what else is there? Okay, the ending was just really cute and wholesome. I feel like it's like both, if you take both the Ghibli movie and the book, it's like they're the same story, but if it's a different person having a fever dream about the same thing. Because it's like all the core elements are all in both, but everything's just like different. But like the vibe is kind of the same. It was just cute. I don't know, like the ending was just so cute. Calcifer coming back. That was adorable. So cute. Yes. All in all, I think I gave it 4 stars because it was just like, it was good, but it wasn't like, this is my all-time favorite thing now, I just want to keep reading it all the time. So unless a book outdoes itself in quality, and it either has to, okay, for a book to be 5 stars for me, generally speaking, it either has to be like 4 stars entertainment-wise and 5 stars in quality, or it has to be like a 5-star entertainment-wise, or like a 6-star entertainment-wise, and like, quality gets thrown out the window if I love absolutely everything else. So I believe it 4 stars. Really cute. I want to go watch the movie now just to the vibes, just for that. Oh, Calcifer staying at the end was adorable. And then not Sophie and Howl staring into each other's eyes while ignoring everything else that's happening. Another side tangent. Michael being a whole character in here is really nice. I love him. But yeah, I think that's all my thoughts. Up next, I think I'm going to do The Night Circus. So if you've read The Night Circus, like The Night Circus, stick around. I might end up doing something else, but this one, as far as my plans right now, is going to be the next step. But yeah, no, thanks for watching, and I'm going to go watch the movie now. So, ciao.